Another edition of the Guam Crimestoppers report. With me in studio is Coordinator Officer Paul Tapao. How you doing?
Great. Thank you again for having us.
Of course. What do you have for us?
This week is a robbery that occurred to two of our tourists at the roadway by the Tumuning Elementary School. On Tuesday, the 13th of May, at about 7:20 in the evening, officers from the Tumuning Precinct Command responded to the parking lot by the Tumuning Elementary School relative to a robbery complaint. According to the police report, two female tourists were walking from the Guam Premier outlets towards Tumon. As they passed the Tumuning Elementary School, they noticed two males had emerged from the basketball parking lot and proceeded to walk behind them. Sensing something was wrong, both tourists agreed to cross the street for their safety. However, as they approached the crosswalk area, they both noted that the two males running towards them began grabbing at their purse. One of the tourists was able to fend off one of the attackers. Unfortunately, one of the unknown male was able to take one of the tourists' purse, in which both males fled towards the jungle line by the basketball courts. As a result of the attack, one of the tourists sustained injuries and was later treated at the American Medical Center. The Guam Police Department and the Guam Crimestoppers needs the community's help relative to this robbery that occurred in Tumuning. If you have any information about this case, please call the Guam Crimestoppers at 477-HELP or text 688-STOP. You can also visit our webpage at www.guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615-6 or 7. Guam Crimestoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
Well, Paul, that's just terrible news to hear. Matter of fact, this is actually similar to what you've reported before, because I think in a previous report, someone was actually attacked and robbed, kind of in the similar, in the same spot,
area,
right?
yes.
Next to Tumuning Elementary. What do you think? Is the place just not well lit? Because this happened at 7:30.
Yeah. What's fortunate about this, I don't want to say fortunate because, you know, anything bad like that, was that we had passerbys who actually stopped to try to help. One of our local doctors actually stopped to render first aid. But the area in itself, I mean, it is dark. You have some dark pockets and everything. You're lucky if the field is actually utilized by the soccer players or the kids who are practicing, but once those hours pass, you're actually walking in an area where the pocket is dark. So it's a challenge just to get by there.
Yeah, so, I mean, so what do we do? Do you just recommend people not walk there anymore?
Well, you know, just better judgment. I mean, if you're walking, if you can see ahead of your path or where you're going, your direction where you're going, make better judgment. Try not to walk where it's not well lit or there's no lighting at all. Try and cross the street where it's well lit. You have better chances walking on that side, and that's the park where the St. Anthony's at, and of course the former park. It's just all better judgment. I mean, you have to plan, make assessments of what's going on around you, because you're not in the safety of an element of a car or a crowded area. You're actually isolated, and that's one way of the predator prey styles. They isolate the victim, so it's an opportunity for them, and the chances of them getting caught are not. You know, it's highly unlikely that they'll get caught at that time.
Okay, well, any final advice to our viewers, walkers or runners?
Well, again, just be prepared. You know, be aware of what's going on around you. I mean, it's just, we try to reinforce it every time we talk about, you know, the safest thing to do is pretty much, you got to plan your route, what you're going to do. My kids are starting to see that when we're walking from the parking lot to the establishment, we're practicing, put the cell phone away, take a look at what's going on, do a full 360 around you, make assessments of where cars are at, where you can find an escape route or a shelter route where you can get to safety quicker. I mean, it's just little plannings that actually make a difference.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in again.
Thank you again for having us.
You can help take back our community by picking up the phone and call if you have any information about the crime you just heard about in Tumuning or any other crime. Call 688-STOP, that is, or text 688-STOP, or call Guam Crimestoppers at 477-4357. That's our show. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe.